Good morning. It's Tuesday morning, a little past 7. I just unloaded my first customer. It was very close to home, about half an hour drive. And now I'm actually going back home to wait a little bit because I have another pickup to do. Full freight going all the way to Germany, very close to the border with Austria. It's about 1,000 kilometers, a little bit less, 11 hours driving. So a very nice trip, full freight, one delivery. Then I go about 50 kilometers away from there to do another pickup, and that's going all the way back to to this region. So it's going to be a very nice week, full freights all the week. Yesterday I did some local work, some local pickups and drop-offs, all small things. Then this morning I delivered a full load, and now I'm going back to load another full load, which is going to Germany. But I just called the guys who I have to pick up. It's not in their normal warehouse, it's in another warehouse about 5 minutes away from them. It's about 10 minutes away from my home. And he told me that they're still waiting on delivery from France, because the delivery from France or stuff I need to take with me. And he's gonna give me an update around 8 o'clock, and I'm back in the truck. I had a small hour of break at home. So where I'm gonna load, they have two warehouses. The main warehouse where I'm always loading, and then a second smaller one where I have to go load this time because it's a pretty big job we have to do. But they're still waiting on a few pieces for them to be delivered, so I can take them and go to Germany. So in the meantime I can go and load there. But he called me that I can go to the main office at 8:30, and we're gonna load a part of the load already there, and then hopefully by the time that's done, the rest should arrive at the second warehouse, and then I can go there to pick up the rest. And just very friendly of the guys to do it that way, because doing it this way, it means I don't lose as much time, because normally they move everything to the second warehouse and then I go to load there. But now I'm gonna be already partially loaded, and okay, it's a bit extra work because I have to open the truck twice, but on the other hand, I don't lose as much time waiting. I can load and hopefully get going pretty soon, because as I mentioned before, it's a little bit difficult to find a parking spot late at night in Germany, and since I'm leaving pretty late, it's making it all a bit more difficult. I would have preferred if I could have loaded yesterday evening and left earlier this morning, but then on the other hand, unloading is only for 1 o'clock tomorrow, so then I have to wait a pretty long time before I can go and unload. And I don't have to try going any earlier than 1 o'clock, because a few of my colleagues have been there a few times already, and they told me if you arrive more than half an hour early, they just send you away, and there's no parking spaces in the area. So my plan is to arrive there around 12:30, right on the limit of half an hour early, in the hope that they're nice enough to let me in so I can unload. The first part is loaded. I didn't strap anything down, because now I have to drive about 5 minutes to the other warehouse, and then we're gonna unload that again, and then wait for the other truck to arrive to unload everything that's on his truck, and then we're gonna load my truck. Just my luck. So the delivery I was waiting for to arrive here to put on my truck so I could go to Germany, they just gave a notice that it's not going to be delivered today, it's going to be for tomorrow. So that puts a cross through my entire planning for this week. Dispatch isn't sure what to do either, so the pallets we loaded now we're gonna unload here at the other warehouse, and I'm just waiting for dispatch to give me an update what I'm gonna do the rest of today, and if I'm gonna get this freight tomorrow or if somebody else is going to do it. yeah, I'm not sure. So I just got notice of quite a few pickups to do in the same city as our warehouses. So yeah, after this is unloaded, I'm gonna do those pickups, get to the warehouse, unload all those stuff, and yeah, we'll see from there. I did my pickup unload at our warehouse, and now I'm gonna do 4 more pickups, then drop everything off at our warehouse, and hopefully tomorrow I can load the freight I was actually supposed to load. So yeah, I can do my full freight. He's also trying to see if the return freight is also still possible a day later, and if the crane is available to unload me. For me, it's just a little bit annoying because I was excited to do my long drive to do my full freight, and now I don't have it. If I'm lucky, I can do it tomorrow, but that's not sure. But for a dispatch, it's a lot worse because yeah, he planned everything, and now that all has to be shifted, he has to communicate with, I think, like 3 different customers to make sure everything is still possible, if it's all still gonna work, if it's worth loading. Because if I can't unload on Thursday, it's not worth tomorrow going to pick it up, and if there's no return freight, then financially this drive doesn't make sense either. Well, it does, but it's not enough. So yeah, he has a lot more on his plate than I do. And then on top of all of that, he now has a driver who he expected to be gone from Tuesday to Thursday, who's now here on Tuesday. So he had to give me work as well, but that went actually pretty smoothly. So yeah, it's a bunch of local pickups, which is all going to the warehouse. And hopefully this afternoon, by the time I get back to the warehouse, I will know what I can do tomorrow, if I have my full freight or if it's gonna be more local work the rest of the week. My full freight to Germany is gonna go ahead. So tomorrow morning I have 1 more drop off to do, and after that I can go and load for Germany. The return freight is cancelled for the moment because that was supposed to be loaded on Wednesday, and I'm not gonna be able to do that, and I need it on Thursday. But there's still a chance that we get another return freight, so I'm hopeful for that. Good morning, it's now Wednesday. I just did my first drop off for the day, and after this drop off I had to go back to get my full load to go all the way to Germany, very close to the border with Austria. So very nice drive, 11 hours driving, unloading a full freight, unloading at a big construction site. Normally it's going to be unloaded with a crane from the roof because I have an appointment with the crane at 1 o'clock tomorrow. I just called my customer who I have to go and do the pickup, and he informed me that the truck they were waiting for yesterday has just arrived. They're sending someone to go and unload it right now. So by the time I get there, that truck is pretty much going to be unloaded. I might have to wait 10-15 minutes. Then my truck can be loaded and I can head off to Germany. So yeah, way better start than yesterday. I'm very excited. It's the 2nd week in a row that I'm going in Germany. Last week, you saw in the video, I went to Nuremberg. This time it's going even further in Germany, so yeah, very excited. It's it's all loaded up. About an hour and a half to get fully loaded. It's now 11 o'clock. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock it's unloading. So that should all work out great. I don't have a return freight yet, so still have to look a bit what I'm gonna do. If I now finish 4.5 hours of driving time, it's 3:30, which is pretty early, but then if I take my break, it's 4:15, which makes it a little bit difficult to get going again and find a parking spot. So I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna finish 4.5 hours, and then tomorrow morning leave early to finish the rest. And after I'm unloaded, then then I'll see. Maybe there comes return freight, maybe not. And again, I'm in Germany and I'm stuck in traffic. But this time there's no detour or anything I can take. I just have to stand in traffic, and yeah, for the next 4 kilometers it's gonna be traffic. Because there are roadworks and there are detours you have to take, and yeah. In about 15 minutes I'm gonna have to stop and take my 45-minute break. And after that I'm gonna drive a few more hours, not sure yet if I'm gonna finish 4 more hours or if I'm gonna do 3 or 2 hours. It's gonna depend a little bit on where there are parking spaces, because at this point it's still a 7-hour drive to do my delivery tomorrow. But dispatch found another return freight. Well, exactly the same. For me it's exactly the same freight. It's just from another company. But loading is at the same location, unloading is at the same location. So for me nothing changes, except everything is moved a day later. So I'm parked up on the side of the road. So the traffic jam is a bit longer than I was anticipating. And yeah, my driving time was completely finished. And it's still a few kilometers of traffic, and then a few more kilometers till I get to a gas station. But it's also almost 4 o'clock, so the gas stations are going to be pretty busy anyways. It's not ideal, but it's better to do it this way than to go over my driving time for maybe half an hour or something like that, because the next parking is pretty far away, the traffic jam is still pretty long. If it would have been for like 5 or 10 minutes, I would have kept driving to the gas station, because it's much nicer to take my break there than just on the side of the road. But if it's like half an hour or more, it's not worth trying. It's better to stay here, stay within the legal limits, take your break, and after that continue to find a better parking. stay within my 9 hours, I have a little less than 1 hour of driving time left. So I just checked the first gas station I passed. That was completely full, like complete disaster, no space at all. So yeah, in 10 kilometers there's a normal parking area, so I'm gonna give that a go. And yeah, just gonna keep on trying every parking lot I pass from now on. And if I don't find anything within my 9 hours, then I'm gonna finish my 10 hours and probably find industrial side or something like that to sleep in. I found a parking spot. I still have 10 minutes of driving time left in my 9 hours. I went off the highway and parked up at an Autohof. There's still a few spaces here, not a lot of spaces, but there are still a few spaces. But the barriers are just open, so you can enter and exit freely, because it says that the parking is full, which it wasn't. So yeah, now I'm parked here, but I don't have a ticket. So if tomorrow morning the barrier fixes itself and works again, then I don't have a ticket to get out. So I'm hoping by going in the gas station I can pay there to get a ticket and tomorrow get out. I'm gonna wake up at around 6:30, something like that, try and grab a shower here, have some breakfast, and then around 7:30, the latest 8 o'clock, I'm gonna leave towards my drop-off location. It's 4 hours driving there, but I don't want to keep it to the last second, because at 1 o'clock is my appointment and I definitely don't want to be late. Being half an hour early is fine, so if I leave at 8, that gives me just enough time to take a break and then arrive there on time. But if I'm stuck in traffic and I'm gonna have to take a break, then it's gonna be another story. So I wanna leave at around 7:30 just to give myself a little bit of wiggle room. Good morning. It's now 6:30 in the morning. I just came back from the gas station to grab a shower. I woke up at 6 to shower. It was very good. It was very warm water. It was very clean, so it's very nice. Now I'm quickly gonna have some breakfast and then head out towards my delivery. I'm gonna play it safe. I can work 15 hours today and 15 tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure today I'm not gonna finish my 10 hours driving time. I'm gonna leave those for tomorrow as well, because I have to start pretty late, and finding a parking spot pretty late is difficult. Yesterday it worked out here. Today I'm gonna have to find out what I'm gonna do in the evening. It depends a bit on loading, how fast that's gonna go and where I end up. Well, this is not starting great. So I yesterday pulled off right off the highway to go to the Autohof to sleep, and now the direction I have to go on back onto the highway, that's completely closed off, which yeah, is a big issue for me. Now I have to go back on the highway back to Kassel, where I came from yesterday, and yeah, just added an extra hour of driving time, which means that it's now 4 hours 55 minutes driving to get there. So my GPS is telling me you're going to be there at 12:30, but I only noticed the traffic jam the moment I was getting ready to leave. So yeah, if I had seen that, I would have left a little bit earlier, but there's nothing I can do about it now. So I should be glad I'm not stuck in the traffic, because it's like the last time the highway is completely blocked off. So now I'm going back to Kassel, and there I'm taking a detour, and I'm gonna have to crack on a little bit, because at 1 o'clock my appointment is due, and I can be later than 1 o'clock, because if I'm late at 1 o'clock, that's gonna be a big issue, because I rented a crane and that's with time slots. So I'm gonna have to check what I do, if I can knock a bit of driving time off and take a 45-minute break, or if I'm gonna have to go a little bit over my driving time. being fully loaded, this truck doesn't climb the mountains very well. I'm about to arrive at the drop-off location. I did go over my hours a little bit, but it's very important that I arrive on time because they booked the crane on that time, and yeah, we just have to unload at the scheduled time, otherwise I cannot unload and we have to make a new booking, but that's probably going to be tomorrow, which isn't possible. So yeah, just have to ignore the rules a little bit. I called with one of my colleagues who's been here a few times already, and he told me that the GPS is perfect for arriving here. It should bring me right to the gates, and then at the gatehouse I have to show my papers, and he's gonna call someone, and the guy who's gonna unload is gonna arrive then and join me in the truck to go the last little bit to where the crane is, and then in about an hour or something like that I should be unloaded and be able to go to do my pickup. It's all unloaded. I didn't get to film too much because I can't show too much of the building, but showing a few of the pallets coming out, that was fine. Now I have to find my way back to the exit because it's a very big construction site here. It was all unloaded with the crane. It took almost 2 hours. Now I'm going to do my pickup. When I arrive there it's going to be a little past 3:30, so it's pretty late to go unload, so I'm hoping that goes very smoothly, because I still have quite a long way to go back to Belgium. I think I ran out of luck. So my colleague loaded here last week, and he told me that I could just come in, go on the weigh bridge, and the guys there would tell me where to go. And I did exactly that, but they told me to go to the parking and give me a beeper. So now I'm waiting till the thing beeps, and then I can go to the shipping office, and then there they're gonna tell me where I can go to start loading. So yeah, that's pretty annoying that I have to now wait here at the parking, because it's now almost 4 o'clock. So by the time I'm loaded and I get going, and I still have to drive a few hours today because it's 11.5 hours to my drop-off tomorrow, and then half an hour to get home. So yeah, it's gonna get pretty tight and it's gonna be pretty difficult to find a parking space again, because it's gonna be pretty late as well, just like yesterday. It's all loaded up, 6 pallets of wood, but the truck is completely full. I'm 39 tons, so that means I have 23 tons of weight with me. There's another truck here who's a little bit lost, so I stopped, waited for him a little bit, because he needs to go to gate 36 as well. So I'm waiting for him to spin around so I can take it. Because I told him I'll show him where the office is because he can't find it and he doesn't speak English or German, so I just told him follow me and we'll get there. I got my paperwork at the office, the weighing which wasn't necessary apparently, but yeah, I showed the driver where he needed to be for the office. So I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one who has difficulties with big places like this. But I got this beeper with me, and I don't know if you can hear it on camera, but this little thing has been beeping ever since I got it. I'm finally parked up for the night. It's now 9 o'clock in the evening, so that's pretty late for a truck driver to finish his day. Finding parking spots isn't easy. I tried a few parkings, but they were all completely filled. And yeah, at this point I have 10 minutes of driving time left in total, so I drove 9 hours and 50 minutes today. What I ended up doing was I pulled off the highway to go to another Autohof. I was hopeful that there was going to be a spot there. But yeah, so was me and like 5 other trucks, so there wasn't a spot there anymore. Then I saw on Google Maps, if you drive around the Autohof, that there are some other spots you might be able to take, but of course they were already taken as well. When I want to go back onto the main road, I noticed that there was like a small dead-end street if you just kept going straight instead of going left. So I went into the dead-end streets, and at the end I turned around. It was a roundabout. And there are a few parking spaces for cars, but I found one which is just big enough to fit a truck in, so I parked up here. It's a bit on an incline, so I put up my air suspension to level the truck out a bit. And tomorrow morning I'm probably gonna walk over to the Autohof to take a shower there before I head out for the rest of the day. It's still around 8 hours of driving I have to do tomorrow to make my delivery. Good morning. It's now 6:15 in the morning, so I took exactly 9 hours of rest. I woke up at 5:30, went really quickly to the Autohof nearby to take a shower and grab a coffee. If the rest of the day is gonna go the same way it started, then everything's gonna go smoothly. I'm gonna be on time for my delivery, and I'm gonna be home at a normal hour today. Inside the Autohof, very friendly people, very clean, very good showers, a very nice coffee, and the minute I came out of the shower and I wanted to grab a coffee, the smell of their breakfast hit me, and it's like the same smell when you're in a good hotel. You wake up in the morning, you're on your way to the breakfast buffet, and down the hallway you can already smell it, and it smells very good. So I'm a little bit sad that I don't have more time to eat breakfast there, but I really have to get on the road because otherwise I'm not gonna make my delivery. Kassel and Dortmund, and it all of a sudden started snowing here. It's the middle of March, and in Belgium it was like 17 degrees a few days ago, and now I'm here in the snow. Did a quick pit stop to grab a bite to eat and grab another coffee. In about an hour I will arrive at my drop-off location, which will be at around 3:30. And they close at 4:30, so normally that's plenty of time to be there on time to unload. My colleague who's been there last week, he told me that there can be a pretty long queue for unloading, but I'm expecting if I arrive there at 3:30, they will unload me no matter what. That's all unloaded. Now I'm headed back to the warehouse to get some fuel, put the truck to the truck wash, drop my papers, and then load the machine I have to deliver on Monday. Unloading went pretty smoothly. In about an hour I was in and out, so can't complain there. But you guys have seen me put fuel in the truck and put it through the truck wash plenty of times by this point. So I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my content, subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in the next one.